A good writer must also be a good reader. So, writers out there, what are you reading these days, and what lessons can you apply from it to your own writing? It's Sam with another video for you. I will answer those questions for myself in just a moment. As you can see, I'm not in my usual space. Well, as you can see if you're watching the video and not just listen to the audio, it's the week after Christmas. We've been visiting friends and family, so we're traveling and such. And actually, I usually do these live, as you know, on Fridays, and I'm pre-recording this one on Thursday because we're going to be on the road tomorrow. That's just the way it is in the time in the holidays. So yeah, I hope you all had a blessed holiday season. I did too, and but I'm still, trying to use my time off to catch up on reading and things like that. So let me show you what I've been reading lately. It's this one, The Dragon Reborn, Book 3 of The Wheel of Time by Robert Jordan. I'm actually not quite done with it. I'm almost done. It's a thick book. These are all, six-ish, 100 pages. This is about 650. I'm on about page 500 or 520, 30, 530, I guess. So I got a little bit left to go. I've been trying to read a book a month, or actually a fiction book a month and a nonfiction book, but these are so long that the fiction book usually takes me the whole month, and so I have till the end of the month, till New Year's Eve, to finish it is my goal, and I think I'll get there. I mean, I'm moving steadily along, and we have some time in the car coming up tomorrow, so yeah, I think I'll have time to read it. Just it's a big book, and it's one of those. It's that I can't take lightly anymore. I know some of you have read this whole series multiple times, and some of you can finish this in a weekend or an afternoon. Maybe I could have one day when I was a teenager and had much more free time. But as a working dad, I gotta take my reading time where I can get it, and it takes me a little longer these days. But I am enjoying the series, and I want to tell you what I think about it and what I think about this book so far, without the ending, because unfortunately I haven't gotten to that part yet. That's the way it goes when you need to take the entire month to read a book. I did do a review of the first two books combined. I think it was around when I was reading the first book, or actually reading the second one, probably about a year ago. If you want to scroll through the archives of my videos or podcasts, you can find my first review of The Wheel of Time and hear what I thought. Short answer, the first book I thought was a little generic. Generic fantasy tropes and things like that, just the beginning of a quest. Second and third books have been more interesting. I still think I like the second one more than the third one. My brother is really into the series, so are a number of friends, but my brother especially, and he says the second one was one of his favorites. So even though I wasn't drawn in by the first one, I was like, okay, let me at least give the second one a try, and I did like that one a lot. Third one I'm still liking. No, I think the second one's still my favorite of the ones I've read. I know there's like 14 of them, and I haven't gotten to all of them, and I'm not sure if or when I will at this rate, but I'll do my best. I'm interested enough to keep reading. I want to read at least through number 4, then we'll see, how things are going. But that's kind of the plan right now. So the interesting thing about this one is it's this book is an ensemble cast. I mean, there's one main character in the series, and he's the Dragon Reborn, as the title says, and there's obviously supporting characters, but the main character Rand is barely in this one at all. I actually knew that already because my brother told me about it. And, he's like, the weird thing about that one is Rand's barely in it. So he's at the beginning, and I'm told he comes back in the end. Haven't quite gotten to that part yet, and does some significant stuff. Haven't quite gotten to that part yet, but I'm told there's he comes back at the end, but there's a large sections in the middle that he's not in, because it focuses on the other characters, and then I guess you kind of need to do that sometimes if you have an ensemble cast. If you've watched the TV show that was on Amazon Prime last year, or if you even vaguely know who their characters are, there's the 5 of them who set out from their village at first. There's 3 young men and 2 young women. One of the young men being Rand, and of course Moiraine. She's a magic user, and so she's like the mentor figure. But of the 5 young people, Rand is not in this one that much, and it focuses largely on his other 4, his friends Matt and Perrin, and the girls Egwene and Nynaeve. Focuses more on them. So I think there's some good things and some bad things about that we can take to apply to our writing. Good things. it gives you a chance to develop your minor characters. So if you ever have a chance like this, and you have an ensemble cast, like I know a lot of us do, I do, a lot of us who are trying to write epic fantasy or sci-fi, you know, these grand quest adventure things, we tend to do an ensemble cast now. It's just kind of maybe what we've been raised on or the culture we're in. If you have something like that, then it can be good to get away from your main character for a while and really get the chance to develop those other characters. So about half of this, maybe it's been a little more than half, but like some of it was focused on Perrin and his group. Rand was with them at the beginning, and then he ran off somewhere to do unknown things because he's the Dragon Reborn or the Chosen One, and so he has this great destiny to fulfill. So he's run off, and the others are trying to find him. So there are chapters from Perrin's perspective. Then the girls, Egwene and Nynaeve, are trained to become Aes Sedai, which is the magic users, and there's drama and intrigue that goes on within that world, and so there are several chapters that focus on them. And then Matt, who is Rand's best friend, at least he was, you know, when they set out from their village. Things with a lot of dynamics have changed over the course of these last 3 books, but Matt, from the second book, he was very ill with a magic kind of curse infection, but they are able to heal him. Spoilers, sorry, but they heal him, and then by the middle of the book, he's mostly back to normal. It seems, maybe even better than normal. So part of the book follows him too. So there's like these 2 or 3 different groups who the book is following, and again, mostly not Rand until maybe the end of this book again. So it really does give you a chance to develop those side characters. So if you have a cast of like 4 or 5 main characters, like I do, like some of us do, I think that's a good thing. I mean, you know, not all of us can do that in our first book or 2. I mean, some of us are just trying to get the first book published, and there's only so much you can do with word count, which is what I run into. I wanted to develop every single character and give their backstories and everything, and my book was way too long. But I guess if you have a 14-book series where all of the 14 books of this length, then I guess you have time to develop the side characters pretty thoroughly. So yeah, there's like I get the feeling that I know these characters better now. I knew who they were. Watching the show helped me to know who each one was. But you know, they each had their own distinct personalities. Maybe in the first book I didn't quite know them as well yet, or I didn't quite feel like that. But now I do. Like now I feel like I know Matt, I know Perrin and Egwene and Nynaeve and the kind of things they do. And after spending book 2 and especially book 3 with them, without Rand, I'm like, these are all fleshed out into their own characters. That's cool. So definitely that kind of thing gives you a chance to develop your own characters, to develop your side characters away from the main character. If you have a chance like that and you were able to do it without giving too much word count to them, then go for it. I do think it's unusual to have the main character absent for so long, but I mean, it's not unheard of. I'm thinking of shows these days that go on a long time. Like I watch Walking Dead and Fear the Walking Dead, and those are definitely turned into ensemble cast shows. And sometimes we might not see the main character for a few episodes because some of the episodes focus on other characters, and that's just how some shows go these days. So there you go. I'd say the downside here is that this one doesn't seem to have a main plot that I can tell. I mean, yes, I know the whole series has a large plot it's moving toward, but this one has 2 or 3 subplots that are kind of intersecting and coalescing together. And I think just from what my brother has told me in vague terms, I think it might come together again on the end of the book, but so far it hasn't. So it's 600 pages of kind of each of their own adventures, but I'm not sure quite what the main plot is. Book 2 was The Great Hunt, so that even that one had a main plot. Like they were hunting for the Horn of Valere, which is this magical, mystical artifact, and that was there were other things going on. That was the main plot. So Book 2 had that. Book 3 does not really have a central plot. Some people are deterred or put off by that. I think in our world of these long multi-volume epics with ensemble casts, I think some of us are a little more used to that. We can handle that. But some people may not like that. Some readers may not stick with it. So just be advised of that. So the upsides, you might have, if you have a chance to develop your minor characters great, do it. Give them their own adventures, give them their own side quests. If it serves the ultimate purpose of the story, um, be aware that it might take away some things from the from the from the main plot. To some readers might think that, but yeah, overall enjoyable book, and enjoyable series. I'm enjoying it enough to want to read more, and I hope to continue this and keep learning from it. So there's your tips these days: develop your minor characters, but try not to lose the plot in the meantime. Happy reading, happy writing, happy Christmas, New Year's, and everything, and I will see you guys later. Thanks for watching.